So online dating is for desperate and socially inept people.
Just calling me out this morning, aren't you?
Do you feel seen?
I do feel seen, feel identified.
That is not my take. This is a Reddit thread of what's your hot takes on dating. Okay, let me run a couple of these by you guys and let's debate them back and forth for a little bit. Cass, you might want to get in on this. Mo, for sure. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's the first one. Online dating is for desperate and socially inept people. No reason you should think the love of your life is sitting behind an app. Go out and talk to people. He already says, I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but you're trying this right now.
Well, I've deleted my dating apps, but some people's love of their lives are on dating apps. One of my best friends from college got married to a guy that, lucky her, she met on Bumble. She moved to Charleston. 1 month in, met this guy. They were married 2 years later. So some people's soulmates are on dating apps, so it's not crazy.
I feel like this is somebody who's like living in the 1900s, like the 1990s. It's 2023. Technology is a huge part of our lives, and that's dating apps. So why would you not utilize that? I don't think it makes you desperate or inept.
Have you been on dating apps?
I was on online dating for like a month. It wasn't for me.
Why'd you hate it?
I don't. It was something about the trying to keep swiping. It's the consistency of it. I just didn't want to keep doing it. I tried it, and then I went on one date. It didn't work out, and then to try to keep trying to find a person that way, it just wasn't for me. I still believe in the old school theory of your person is out there, and you just got to move in your life, and it will naturally come together. So that still is for me. But also, like Abby said, I do know a lot of people who it did work for, so I don't think he's necessarily right on that take.
Yeah, I mean, but if we're being honest, the amount of people that it's worked for compared to the ones that like strike out. I mean, for every one success story you hear, there's a whole bunch out there that are like, oh, what a D-bag, right?
No, I think the success is actually pretty high. I mean, I don't have the statistic, but I think it's a pretty prominent way to find people nowadays.
But then you would also have to look at every time you hit on somebody in a bar or date somebody that way and it doesn't work out. Like online is just another place. You're just there digitally instead of physically.
Women are not interested in character. They go after height and looks in that order. Abby.
Yeah, that's me. No, I'm just kidding. It's height, looks, and then character. I mean, yeah, I think especially with dating apps, we can be a little bit more shallow because it's easier to objectify people, I think, because you're just looking at photos and you don't get to meet people's personality, which is why I've deleted the dating apps because it's a little bit of a time saver when you meet somebody out and about. You get to see immediately if you gel.
I mean, I feel like this sentence could be easily changed. Like, men are not interested in character. They go after weight and looks in that order. Like, people, I think there's a level of attraction as far as physical attraction, but I feel like that generalized statement is not accurate.
I'm short and not very good looking, and I got a fiance that was attracted to that. So there we go. In general, you're going to love this one, Cassie. I'm getting Cassie on a very vulnerable day today based on that NSYNC thing last night on the VMA, so I'm sorry if this is going to push you over the top.
And it's day one of Shark Week. It's not a good day for me.
In general, women prefer to be submissive to their partners and are generally more attracted to dominant men. Again, a hot dating take on Reddit.
Sounds like it was written by a true alpha king. You call yourself an alpha, you're not an alpha. So, no, I think there are some women who would like that, and there are apps for that. If you would like that kind of relationship, there's a specific app you can go on for that. Don't walk into it automatically assuming that. That's just such a general statement.
Abby?
Well, I happen to be one of those women, so if you could tell me what dating app that is, I would like to know, because I would download it.
Honey, this is the dark side of that.
Oh, the dark side?
Yes.
So you do like a man that is like, you want to be submissive in your relationship?
Yeah, I like a scary man.
Scary man.
Literally, let me be clear. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, not judging. Like, that's just not, I wouldn't say all women are like that, and that's what irritates me.
When you interpret that sentence, like you say you would like to be submissive to your partner, what does that mean?
Well, okay, I think submissive is such a word. I think I would like to feel like a lady, and I think the way that my generation has described it is it's like being around your man and getting to turn your brain off. Like, just kind of getting to sit back and let them take the lead on things. And you know what? That sounds really nice. So I'm kind of into that.
I love it that my generation explains that as sharing the mental load and doing your damn part.
I feel like as far as like using the words submissive and dominant, I don't want a dominant man, but I want a confident man. I don't want a mouse. I want a lion, but I want a lion that also wants a lioness who are on equal footing.
Ooh, dang.
Talk that talk.
Yeah.
Dropping bars.
People have so many self-esteem issues. No one wants to show genuine interest in the other person, and it's become a power play instead of a romantic connection.
I definitely think that's accurate. I think the person who shows their cards first is definitely seen as the needier, desperate one. And so dating can sometimes feel like a poker match of who's going to show their cards first.
It definitely feels like a game sometimes. You want to show enough interest to keep the person around, but not too much interest to where you feel like you're a little thirsty.
People have so many self-esteem issues, is what it says.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Like, literally find me one person who doesn't have some kind of self-esteem issue.
Welcome to what social media has done.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to being a human.
The Bert Show.